Hello, hello. It's been so long. It's so nice to see you, everyone. Hello, Dunkbot. Thank you for gifting a sub to Firestar1323. Thank you for subscribing with Prime Gaming. I really appreciate you. Oh my goodness. I am having such technical difficulties today, but isn't that just the way with streaming? So bear with me. Oh my gosh, hi Twitty Such. Good to see you. Yeah, bear with me. I tried to set up my stream deck to do some fancy stuff, so I just pressed the button that was like switch to the main scene, and it turned my lights off and it muted my mic, and it didn't transition, and I was like, neat. So love that for me. Yeah, so I guess I'm still vibing. Let me know how the sound is. I'm on a new computer, a new setup, so everything's a little bit wonky. So if I need to adjust the background music or anything, let me know. Also, if you happen to know how to hook up AirPods to a Windows machine, I have been struggling with that, and I don't really know what's up. So yeah. Oh, great. Oh, that's a relief. Thank you. I've got my it was previously an iced coffee, and now it's just a very watered down coffee, but it's a pumpkin spice iced latte with oat milk because I'm gay. Looks gay. Exactly. You get me. It's the first seasonal drink of the season. Literally hive mind. I love it so much. So yeah, oh my gosh. Hi Lolo Coding. Hello. Yeah. So the goal was to have my MacBook, which is over here, hooked up to my stream PC, and that did not work. So now I'm doing everything on one computer, so that's why my desktop setup looks a little janky. Oh my gosh, hi Amara. Did you tune in when I said I was gay? Sounds right. So yeah. Basically, we're having technical difficulties, but who isn't? And also, I don't know, I hear like 9 planets are retrograde right now, which could or could not mean something. I don't know. I don't completely buy into it. I don't completely not buy into it. So yeah, I got my big headphones. I've got my desktop. Like things are happening. It's just not the way I planned, but that is life. Okay, so Mia, what are we doing? Why are you back on stream? Yes, I'm so glad you asked, fictional person. So I signed up to do this boot camp, which let me actually grab it, and you can see what I've used this computer for so far is recording fake goth girls and setting up this stream. So I think it's called Class Central. Yeah, Class Central. Oh my gosh, thank you for the chat. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna say this wrong. Elmiria. I know I've seen your name on like Instagram or something before. Thank you so much. Missed you too. Missed all of y'all. It's so nice to be here. Yeah, so I have been doing this JavaScript Bootcamp. It's led by Ramon, aka Hola Soy Milk, which is the thing I say to my baby literally every time we give him soy milk, because I think I'm so funny. But basically, this is taking the free class from freeCodeCamp.org and creating an online cohort version. Okay, good. That's good to know. I'll do my very best. But please correct me if you are able to type out how to say it. I will do my best to correct it. So yeah, like Ramon is doing live streams that are at like 2 a.m. my time, so I'm not usually attending them, but sometimes watching them after. And it's kind of a at your own pace. So there's the suggestions of what to do per week. There's the live streams if you need extra help. If you there's a Discord if you want to communicate with other folks that are taking it. There's also a forum. Like there's a lot of fun stuff happening. So it's basically just the same program that's already on freeCodeCamp's website, but with sort of a social component. And I was like, oh, perfect timing, because I had done on stream, if you were here, I did the Legacy Responsive Web Design certification. And I was like, well, I think everything in here is in order for a reason. That's what they say in their FAQ. And I want to eventually get like into some of this data analysis stuff. I feel like that will be exciting, but it makes more sense to me to go through sort of in the order that they have it, because I'm sure there will be some things down here where you're like, oh, it would have been great if I took that algorithm class so I knew anything about algorithms. Yeah, they just changed their web design certification. So I hear it's better, but it's the same projects. So you don't have to feel like, because I saw that and I was like, man, I just did that. Like, do I need to do it again? But it's the same project, so don't feel bad if you did the previous one. So that's what the class that I was going to do next. And then I saw this boot camp and I was like, oh my gosh, 10 out of 10. There's also a version of it for the web design certification, which is good if you're like really into front end, or that's what you want to learn how to do, or you're totally new to coding. So that's what we're working on. And I will say too, I'm behind already because that's just the way it be. So here's what I've done on my own. Most of these are pretty simple because this is just like introducing JavaScript as a concept. So like the first one is like how to do comments, how to declare variables, that sort of thing. So I think we can knock a bunch of these out. Let me actually log into here and see. Excuse me, that's not my email. And see where we're supposed to be. Because we're not there, and that's okay. Go to bootcamp. Okay, so as of today, we're already onto ES6. So if I can get through the rest of this JavaScript bit, ES6 is the next section. I'll feel pretty good. Now, I don't expect that to happen today because I don't have as much time to stream as I wanted, and that's just life. So what you gonna do? What you gonna do? But that's fine. It's good. And I might do some this evening too. So the last thing we were working on was finding characters in a string. So the previous one was like, let me see, finding the nth character in a string using bracket notation. Cool. So yeah. Did I already do this one? No. Okay, I'll do it again. So let's see. Let's try to find third letter of last name to equal to the third letter of last name, the last name variable using bracket notation. Hence, look at the example before. Okay. So the bracket goes here, and then you always subtract 1 because it starts with 0. Easy. One thing I really like about freeCodeCamp that I don't think a lot of places do as well is they give you a whole little celebration every time you do something, no matter how small it is, and that just makes me happy. I need that. I need like constant reassurance that I'm doing okay. Exactly. I need joyous emotes. None of my emotes are particularly happy. So clearly I should change that. QBitty, hello. Oh, it's so nice to see you. Thank you for tuning in. Okay, so now we're finding the last character in the string. Oh, and QBitty, I know you're doing the this bootcamp too. How's that been going? Are you also behind? No judgment, because clearly I'm behind as well. In order to get the last letter from a string, you can subtract 1 from the string's length. For example, if const first name equals Ada, you can get the value of the last letter by doing first name dot length minus 1. Okay. Okay. Use bracket notation to find the last character in the last name variable. Last name bracket last name dot length minus 1. Thank you for the follow, Short Stack 99. We really appreciate pancakes here, so there's that. Oh goodness, I didn't even realize my I put the display over so you can't see all the great emotes. Hold. Okay. Now if there's an alert, it'll actually pop up on top of my my desktop. Might be. See, I told you, lots of technical things happening on this fine day. I'm glad we're both behind. I feel like that's just the nature of the beast, though. So what you gonna do? I also started late because it was a holiday that day that it started. It was Labor Day in the US, and I completely forgot that I had planned on starting. It was good timing. Hydrate or dihydrate, thank you. I have my iced coffee, which I just recently learned does count as hydration, but I have water too. Yeah, I read this really great article about how your body can actually separate water out of beverages that you normally think of as not being hydrating, like milk or tea or coffee or soda. Your body is smarter than that. Like if your body can consume food and that contains water and that counts for your water, so does all those liquids. So It does count. It may not be the healthiest if you replace all your water with coffee because you might be over caffeinated, but it does count toward your hydration. So if anyone gives you guff, just I'll link you to this article by this kidney expert who's like, calm down, you can have coffee. All right. Use bracket notation to find the nth to last character in a string. You can use the same principle we just used to retrieve the last character in a string to retrieve the nth to last character. For example, you can get the third to last letter of const first name equals Augusta string by using first name dot length -3. Okay. So we're doing second to last in the last name string. Last name. Last name dot length -2. Do I need a space there? I probably need a space there. Space. Nope, not reset. Not reset. Run. Nailed it. Okay. I always dismiss the donate thing, but I probably will donate at some point because I think what freeCodeCamp is doing is pretty great, and they've taught me a lot for free, and it's like $5 a month. But just know that every time that it comes up, I do feel bad. Okay. Word blanks. You are provided sentences with some missing words like nouns, verbs, adjectives, and adverbs. Oh, we're playing Mad Libs. You then fill in the missing pieces with words of your choice in a way that the completed sentence makes sense. It was really blank, and we blank ourselves blank. This sentence has 3 missing pieces, an adjective, a verb, and an adverb, and we can add words of our choice to complete it. We can then assign the completed sentence to a variable as follows. Const sentence. It was really hot, and we laughed ourselves silly. Summer in Texas. In this challenge, we provide you with a noun, a verb, an adjective, and an adverb. You need to form a complete sentence using words of your choice, along with the words that we provide. Okay. You'll need to use the string concatenation. Oh, I hate that word. I have not had to say it out loud before. Concatenation. It doesn't feel real. I did Google it. It just means putting things together, but for some reason, programmers, operator plus to build a new string using the provided variables, my noun, my adjective, my verb, my adverb. You will then assign the formed string to the word blanks variable. You should not change the words assigned to the variables. Okay. Let's see. Word blanks should be a string. You will then assign the formed string. Okay. So this is the equivalent of sentence. Where's plus on this keyboard? Why don't I know anything about this keyboard? There we go. The plus I guess dog is my noun. I want to see what the output is. I don't care. Print it. Oh, it's not printing it. That's why. Okay, fine. Plus. Well, maybe it should be my big dog ran quickly. Or the big dog ran quickly. So I'll do my adjective, which is a word I did not know how to spell for way too long. Plus my verb. Plus my adverb. And then I'll add a period. Okay. You should not directly use the values dog, ran, big, or quickly. Word blank should contain all of that and additional words of your choice. Let's see. No, word blanks should contain all the words assigned to the variables, separated by non-word characters. All the word, my noun. Did I spell something wrong? My noun, my verb, my adverb. Oh, separated by non-word characters. So maybe maybe they want me to add a bunch more stuff in between here. Oh, it has to have spaces between all the words. I see. So that's probably what's missing here. Nope. There we go. We're copying and pasting, boys. Which is weird on my keyboard because it's set up for Mac and I don't have Mac. This is a Windows. So the technical difficulties, they just keep coming. And there's no paste. All right, we typing it out. That's fine. That's what I wanted. How did they know? They gave me the gift of typing everything out. It's not that annoying, honestly. Let's try now. There we go. That was it. Just needed spaces. Whoa, was that Exo Mia Moore whose microphone is only coming out of my left ear? Oh, good to know. Thank you. And yes, it is me. Hold. There's a setting for that. There's a setting for that I've had to do before. Advanced audio properties. Boop. Did that fix it? Please let me know. And also, hello Coding Vibe. It's so nice to see you. We're doing JavaScript, which I know you're going to be excited about. Oh gosh, thank you. Everyone else must not be listening with headphones or else they're much more tolerant. I love the built-in IDE-like setup. Yeah, it's really nice. I am hoping they teach me more about actually using an IDE because, like, I guess that's one of my complaints about a lot of these coding education websites. They don't necessarily teach you how to use, like, to set up your own environment. And that's a thing that I requested whenever they were asking for this bootcamp, like, what additional lectures do you want? I'm like, oh my gosh, teach me how to set up VS Code and how to, like, make GitHub work with it and all that stuff. Because I've had to just kind of, like, work on that on my own. I want someone to teach me. Someone teach me. Oh, you're all good. I was just totally joking that you were either much more patient than Coding Vibe or not using headphones. Either one is fine. But yeah, so I hope they do that. That would be awesome. If they do that. So the setup of the boot camp is like they have the live streams and then I think the fourth one of the week is these guest sessions. So learning how to learn for programmers was the one for last week, which is actually really cool. I haven't watched it yet, but I'm excited to. The rest of these is mostly just going through the exercises, and so far I haven't had a problem like learning from the exercises, and I haven't had any questions to ask. So I've kind of skimmed through them, but I wanna do the guest session for sure. And those stream on Twitch. If you're in a different time zone than me, they might even be at a good time zone for you. I think they're doing another cohort later that's going to be more US time zone-y. This one's like for the other half of the world, which totally makes sense. I did not read that. I did not read that when I signed up because ADHD. I'm well known for my high tolerance and patience. Yes, it's true. You've never lost your patience once in your life. Yes, Amara, I definitely want to hit up Christina, if nobody else, because, or maybe, there's a couple folks on our team that I feel like would be plenty happy to help me. I feel like I don't know what I don't know yet, so it's kind of embarrassing being like, hey, help me. Oh, also, I just realized I could set up my chat display to be a little bit bigger on my overlay. Anyway, we're all working through it. We're just figuring it out. Let's see. Store multiple values in one variable using arrays. Okay, all right. It's been a while since I've done an array. You start an array declaration with an opening square bracket, end it with a closing square bracket, and put a comma between each entry like this. Const, sandwich, peanut butter, jelly bread. Modify the new array so it contains both a string and a number. Okay. So the string is going to be watch Exo Mia More on Twitch. LOL. And then number 13. Done. You can also nest arrays within arrays. Oh, that seems like that would get confusing very quickly, but also that's probably important. Create a nested array, okay? My array. Oh, I don't like when they make me be creative. I don't know things. Let's see. Their example is Teams. What do I like that has data? Everything. I'll just do the same thing. Astros. Because I'm from Houston. And 13, because that's my lucky number. Because I was an edgy goth kid. And then Rockets, also from Houston. And let's do, I don't know any other numbers. What did I do? Oh, need a space, I think. No, what did I do? Unexpected token. Bracket, quote, thing. Bracket. Oh, right. I did 2 brackets. Is that right? Hello? I was just about to say, I don't think the formatting worked, but I do like that you have Mia Moore and Tony Stark. 10 out of 10. I had new lines in there. Yeah, they don't let you do that. So what did you do in between, like, the nest? Like, sort of... Oh, I see. It's right here. Yeah, okay. That immediately made more sense. Hell yeah. 1 extra bracket ruins your life. I love programming. I love it, because then you're like, oh, I forgot a semicolon. Everything's broken. 10 out of 10. That is a good tip. Thank you, Coding Vibe. Access array data with indexes. Not indices. Indexes. That is such a good emo. I need to subscribe to Doohoo just to get the, like, yeah. It's such a vibe. Okay, we can access the data inside arrays using indexes. Array indexes are written in the same bracket notation that strings use, except that instead of specifying a character, they're specifying an entry in the array. Okay. Like strings arrays use 0-based indexing, so the first element has an index of 0. This is honestly one of the hardest programming things to learn, in my opinion, if you're not used to starting with 0, which I think a lot of us are not. So that's just my opinion. It's tricky to get used to. Okay, const array 50, 16, 70. Console.log array 0. Const data array 1. Console.log array 0 prints 50 and data has the value of 60. Okay. Create a variable called my data. Okay. My data. Oh, are there languages that start with 1? I haven't seen any program languages that start with 1. That's kind of wild. Are they I don't know how to say this. Are they like obscure languages? Or are there examples of some MATLAB? Oh, okay. Yeah. That's like a statistics one, right? Maybe that makes sense. Okay. Set it equal to the first value of my array. Okay. Whoop. Yeah, math focus thing. Sounds fishy. Bracket. And then the first value is a 0. That's the trick. That's where they want to get you with this one. And semicolon. Almost forgot. Bam. Lua is 1. What is Lua? Thank you for the follow, Firestar1323. Appreciate that. Look at all these happy emotes. I found out how to get the emote explosion, and it's very exciting. I have to Google Lua now because I've never heard of that. Lua. Programming language Lua. Thank you. Lightweight, high-level, multi-paradigm programming language designed primarily for embedded use in applications. Okay, all right. This tells me nothing. Oh, Lua Games, Roblox. There you go. Okay, open source language built on top of the C programming language. Okay, see, that actually tells me something, but telling me it's like, it's lightweight, it's high level, it's multi-paradigm. I feel like everything says it's lightweight, high level, like, you know, like I feel like those are just kind of buzzwords almost. I'm probably wrong about that. It probably means things to people who know what they're talking about, but I feel like having written quite a bit of marketing copy for tech in my time, I see those words a lot. Yeah, welcome to the chat. Appreciate you. I saw you got a gifted sub earlier. Welcome. Enjoy your pancakes. Yes, it says things, but it doesn't explain it. That's yes. As a marketing human who sometimes does like marketing copy and things like that, I try to actually say words. Oh, thank you. Yeah. I was really excited for the emote attribution. Because now I can tell everyone who did which emotes, and some of them are done by my bestie Liz Loxley, which is very exciting. And some of them I got on Etsy because that's just, that's the way you do things. Let's see. Most of the math-based languages are one-based. R and Julia. There's a language called Julia. Who knew? I've heard of R because a coworker of mine at a previous company did some leadership work with R ladies. Let's see. Okay. We're focusing. Okay. Unlike strings, the entries of arrays are mutable and can be changed freely even if the array was declared with const. Well, that's confusing. Whatever. I haven't quite figured out why there are 3 different ways that you can declare a variable in JavaScript. That just seems like a lot. I know they're slightly different. Maybe I'll like look into it and write some notes or something, but we seem to mostly be using const. But if const doesn't stand for constant, then but it can be changed. It can be changed freely. Do you see my confusion? Like the words don't mean anything. They're all made up. Yeah. Okay. Good to know. Good to know. Okay, so example, const R array is 50, 40, 30. Const R array index 0 is now 15. When I was doing math stuff, you say that like math is like this old thing that is now gone completely. Back in my day when math existed. Oh, thank you for the follower. Mooney Peasy, maybe. Thank you so much. Appreciate you. Glad you're here. All right. And then that changes the value of the array. Okay. I mean, wild, but okay. There shouldn't be any spaces between the array name and the square brackets. Exodrifter, welcome to the chat. Oh, that's a really fun emote. I need more. Oh, that's a Nova emote. I didn't even recognize it. Oof, 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 oof. I need more animated emotes in my life. Yeah, think about my array as being a constant in that it's always an array. Do you see? I agree. I agree with that. That makes sense. It's a way to think about it, but you have to jump through hoops to remember, and that's silly. Okay. You also have XO in your name. It's true. We're friends. I've seen people try to like not realize that it's like XO and then my name, and people are like Xiaomia. I'm like, oh, I'm sorry. I made that hard. So that's just my story, my life. I had so much struggle with JavaScript that I had to when I saw the stream topic. Yeah, we're doing our best over here. I'm just now learning. Actually, here I'll do. I have a command for Bootcamp. This is the free JavaScript Bootcamp that I'm currently taking, and it is through freeCodeCamp. So if you want to join in, you totally can. It's not too late. And there's lots of resources and a whole community. So yeah, if you have any questions, they have like a whole Discord and they have forums, all kinds of stuff. So I'm excited because when this starts getting really hard, I think it's going to be great to have that many people to lean on. Hi, Corgan. Oh my gosh. So many friends are here. Thank you for coming. It's so good to see you. Yeah. First stream in 1,000 years, but it's fine. I'm alive. So good to see you. I hope you've been doing well. Okay. So the arrays themselves are mutable, but the array is a const. That makes sense to me. I guess I'll just keep that in mind. There shouldn't be any spaces between the array name and the square brackets. So that's wrong. Okay. Although JavaScript is able to process this correctly, this may confuse other programmers reading your code. Okay, that's really funny. It's like, oh, JavaScript gets it right, but the humans are the problem. The vested loops. Ooh, I haven't gotten there yet, or nested. That makes more sense. But I was like, oh man, that must be a JavaScript thing. I've never heard of that. I've done loops in Python, but like, I feel like that's as far as I got in my Python learning journey. So that feels like the most complicated thing that I've done programming wise. So I'm sure when I get there, I'll be like, what is happening? Humans are the problem. It's true though. And it's not wrong. Speaking of humans being the problem and the solution, I've been doing a lot of work in my day job to prep for Hacktoberfest, because we have a lot of open source repos. And so we're getting maintainers on board to like tag issues and tag their repos if they want people to participate and things like that. And I'm getting really excited. But that is definitely a humans being the problem and the solution, because if you don't tag your stuff right, then people don't know how to help. They need like, enough guidance to get started. But also, like, we've had really, I would say, interesting successes. Like I work for Camunda, it's a BPM tool, and I feel like a lot of our stuff is like not like niche, but like we're not a huge open source community in terms like compared to some of the other ones that do Hacktoberfest. And it's interesting that like we got as many contributions as we did. I think you just have to like open the door to people, and that's the thing. So this line right here, it may confuse other programmers reading your code. That's what you have to think about when you're doing like readmes, when you're tagging stuff. Like, it's not about whether or not you understand it. It's about whether or not other people understand it. Oh, thanks so much for the lurk. I appreciate you. It's so good to have you here. Welcome, and I hope you enjoy your stay. Okay, so what am I actually doing? Modify the data stored at index 0 to be a value of 45. Okay, so this is my array, bracket, index 0 is equal to 45. Semicolon. When in doubt, semicolon. All right. Well, when they put it that way, it doesn't sound complicated, but I'm sure it is in practice. The one thing I realized about JavaScript the last time I was learning it a little bit, I took like a 101 class. Coming from Python to JavaScript, it's weird because you can just like change the variables all over the place, and everything is like the order is made up and the points don't matter, is how it felt, which is very different to Python. Okay, let's see. Access multi-dimensional arrays with indexes. One way to think of a multi-dimensional array is an array of arrays. Whew. When you use brackets to access your array, the first set of brackets refers to the entries in the outermost first level array. Okay, so this is what you were talking about, Colby, or Coding Vibe, where it's all on different lines, so it's a little bit easier to read. An array of arrays. So the first set refers to the outermost first level array. So that means this whole thing. And then each additional is like this is inside that, I think is what they're trying to say. In this example, subarray, which is this guy. Yeah, no. Oh my God, there's two subarrays. Sorry. There. This is the subarray. Whose semicolon is it anyway? True. Stealing that for a stream title, because that's funny. Okay, so this is the subarray. Nested subarray is this guy. And element subarray is array 3. Wait, how did we get that? Nested subarray is array 3, 0. The first set of brackets refers to entries in the outermost first level array. So if this whole thing is the first level array, then this is 0, 1, 2, 3. Okay, got it. And then nested subarray equals array 3, 0. 0, 1, 2, 3, and then the first array within that array. Oh, I hate this. I can already tell. I can already tell this is not a thing I love, but that's okay. Oh man, it's fine. It's fine. Let me mute my phone so I'm not distracted by it. Okay, and then element array 3, 0, 1. Okay, no wait. 1 is this one. That's the trick. Okay. Note there shouldn't be any spaces between the array name and the square brackets like that, and even that is not allowed. Although JavaScript is able to process this correctly, this may confuse other programmers reading your code. Okay. Using bracket notation, select an element from my array such that my data is equal to 8. Okay, so this is the 8. So what we're doing is, in this array, this is the number 2 spot. And then the element is number 1. Is that right? Whew, I did not think that was going to be right because my brain is exploding. This is where I start using my finger on the screen like a professional. Okay, good. I'm glad it's not just me. That's why I'm using my like cursor to highlight and be like, okay, this is 1. Another thing I really love about freeCodeCamp is when you read the name of the lessons, you're like, wow, that sounds really complex. Like compound assignment with augmented division? What does that mean? And then you click through and it's just like, this divides a number by another number. You're like, oh. But if I put this on my resume, people would be like, whoa, what does that mean? So sometimes I read the title and I'm like, I don't know if I can do that. And then it ends up being like, change one thing. Oh, okay. Manipulate arrays with push. An easy way to append data to the end of an array is via the push function. Push takes one or more parameters and pushes them onto the end of an array. I feel like Coding Vibe, have I seen you use this or something similar? Like I know there's a lot of like functions that you attach like that, right? Like dot and then put stuff in. Examples. This is the array. Oh, okay. You sure as heck have. Hell yeah. Okay, look at me go. I remember stuff. So this just adds 4 to the array 1, 2, 3. This adds Stimpson J cat happy joy. Adds it to that. I be pushing and popping all the time. Wait, what's pop? Am I going to learn that next? Array 1 now has the value of 1, 2, 3, 4. Array 2 is Stimpson J cat. Oh, and then actually another array. Trixie. Uh-oh, spoilers. Yeah, don't spoil my JavaScript learning. Come on. Push dog 3 onto the end of the my array variable. Okay. Only change code below this line. It also pays to pay attention to the instructions. Okay. So it has to be the variable name. So this is my array. My array dot push. What am I adding? I'm adding another array. Dog 3 and a semicolon for good luck. Did I do it? I did it. Oh, now it's pop. You were right. You spoiled it, but you were right. Another way to change the data is with the pop function. Pop is used to pop a value off of the end of an array. Oh, we can store this popped off value. I don't like that phrase, popped off value. Like, half of it is like, yes, queen, you popped off, but half of it reminds me of Dr. Pimple Popper. So I don't know. Choose your adventure there, I guess. Let's see. In other words, pop removes the last element and returns that element. Okay. Any type of entry can be popped off an array, number, strings, even nested arrays. So if we have this array of 3 things, 1, 4, and 6, we can pop. By the way, I bought another adapter to try and fix your stream. Thank you. Appreciate you. I have a very complex setup over here. We're doing our best, but if you weren't here at the beginning, I was planning to stream from my MacBook as like the display, but instead I'm on Windows, and my computer over here is completely not hooked up. I've got 2 computers. It's hard. We were talking about it And it's kind of wild that every single person who streams, no matter how big or small their stream is, does at least like 25 hours of unpaid AV work per year. Like, this stuff is hard. I do not know how to do any of it. There are so many cables, but like, it's worth it. It's just, it's complex, y'all. It's complex. So apparently need more cables. Okay. They want to see you pop off. Any type of entry can be popped off an array. So in this array, we're popping off. Oh, it's the last one, right? Because that's it always pops the last one. And then the second. Oh, and then whenever it displays again, it'll show that. Okay. Use the pop function to remove the last item from my array. My array. Dot. Pop. Nope. Okay, pop. Oh, and I don't have to do anything because it's always the last item. And then assigned it to a new variable. Ooh, okay, that's new. Oh, I put it ahead. Okay. Const removed from my array equals. Nope. Equals. My array don't pop. Okay. Boop. Nice. Nice. Nailed it. Killing it. Pop always removes the last element of an array. What if you want to remove the first? I was just wondering that. That's where shift comes in. It works just like pop, except it removes the first instead of the last, okay? So in this example, removing the first removes Stimson. And then that would be the value of this. And our array would be jcat. Use the shift function to remove. Okay, so const is going to be removed from my array equals my array dot. I swear. Okay, so I have a view of the roof of some of our house, and I keep seeing squirrels on the roof, and I thought I saw one out of the corner of my eye, but I didn't. Yes, killed it. But the squirrels are cute and they're friends, so they're allowed to stay there. I just think it's really funny that, like, I don't know, they've just been running right by my window lately, and it's really funny to me. They're like, hey, what you doing? Just working? All right, bye. Not only can you shift elements off the beginning, you can also unshift elements to the beginning, i.e. add elements in front of the array. Unshift, oh my God. I just realized the name is unshift, okay. It works exactly like push, but it adds it to the beginning. Okay. So in this case, we're adding happy to the beginning. Add Paul35 to the beginning of my array using unshift. Okay. My array. Nope, unshift. I just said it. Unshift, and we're adding. Paul 35. Aggressively put semicolon on the wrong line. Nice, easy. Create a shopping list in the variable myList. This list should be a multi-dimensional array containing several subarrays. The first element in each subarray should contain a string with the name of the item. The second element should be a number representing the quantity, i.e. chocolate bar, 15. Wow, I want to go wherever this person's shopping. I want 15 chocolate bars. Okay, so I'm going to do it on separate lines like you suggested, coding vibe, because that just makes sense to me. So what do I shop for? As a vegan, I get a lot of tofu. That's half a joke, but also true. Let's do 2 blocks of tofu. Soy milk is actually literally on my shopping list in real life. So I guess that's being added. But we mostly drink oat milk. The baby gets soy milk. What else should I get? Tofu, 15,000, the normal vegan amount. Should I do cardboard? Because vegans only eat cardboard. What else is on my shopping list? I just got bananas. I could put bananas. And what they don't know is the one is a bunch. One bunch of bananas. You should have at least 5 items. Oh my gosh. Okay, what else do I... What do people eat? Asked the robot. Pumpkin spice latte. 1,000 pumpkin spice lattes. Last one. Any suggestions from the chat? I don't know why it's so hard whenever they ask me to come up with like my own variables. Like, I've never eaten food in my life. Cat food. That is crucial. We'll get some backups. We'll get 20 cat food. Is that correct? Oh no. Okay. Should be an array. First element should all be strings. The second should all be numbers. Oh, do I need to... I think I need commas. Perhaps. Jenny Soul, thank you for the follow. Oh, and thank you for the lurk. It's so nice to see you here. I appreciate it. Yep, just needed commas. I guess I'm getting used to programming if I'm like, I was simply missing a comma and I don't beat myself up about it. No, my alerts are now on top of my display. I thought I fixed that. Oh, I didn't transition it over. Hello, welcome back. It should be fixed now. Here, I'll redo an alert to see. Yeah! Woo! Okay, that's better. Looks correct. In JavaScript, we can divide our code into reusable parts called functions. Hey, this is like the programming bit is functions. Here's an example of a function. Function name, console.log hello world. You can call or invoke. Ooh, love the word invoke. It just sounds very powerful. This function by using its name followed by parentheses. Like this, function name. Each time it's called, it will print out the message, hello world on the dev console. All of the code between the curly braces will be executed every time the function is called. Sweet. Okay. Create a function called reusable function. Okay. Function. Reusable function. Curly braces feel very programmer. Console.log. Should print hi world. This is the lesser known version of hello world. And then I should call it. So reusable function. Boop. Hey! I love the invoke phrasing. Seriously, it sounds like I feel like I'm casting a spell. Yeah, it makes me feel like a tech witch. Exactly, you get me. Wow. You get me. Literally exciting to me is things like the word invoke. Okay. Passing values to functions with arguments. Oh, now we're arguing. Parameters are variables that act as placeholders for the values that are to be input to a function when it is called. When a function is defined, it is typically defined along with one or more parameters. The actual values that are input or passed into a function when it is called are known as arguments. Okay. What? The values are arguments. Here's a function with 2 parameters. Param1, param2. We can then call the function like this. Okay. So then these 2 strings turn into param1, param2. Note that you could call it again with different arguments and the parameters would take on the value of the new arguments. See, this is where JavaScript gets wonky because it's just like everything's made up. The variable names don't matter. Everything's a variable. You can change that right now. Hey, you want to change it? Go for it. Just do it. Just do it. But that's okay. That's okay. We will adapt. We will learn. We will become stronger. Create a function. Okay. Function called function with args, which is not alternate reality games, but arguments, I assume, that accepts 2 arguments and outputs their sum to the dev console. Call the function with 2 numbers as arguments. Okay, so it should be a function. 2 arguments. Does it care what? Wait, okay, hold. I mean, I need some parameters. I don't think it tells me what my parameters are. JavaScript's got some useful and goofy stuff in the future. Yeah, I feel like useful but goofy is the JavaScript way. I'm gonna just call these param1 and param2 to make sure I understand what's going on. Okay, and then call the function. You'll be like, why is this a thing? Way ahead of you. No, I mean, these make sense. They're just, they're still goofy, but they make sense. I don't think it wants me to actually like console.log it, but I don't know. I'm going to do it because otherwise we're not really building a function, right? Okay. And then function with args, and we're calling it with 1, 2, and function with args 7, 9. Oh, it wants a sum, doesn't it? Outputs their sum to the dev console. Okay. Oh, wait, I got this. Just change that to a plus. Let's see. 3, function with args is not defined. Sounds fake, but okay. No, let's see. I did get 3, so the first one did output 3. Function with args should be a function. Okay, so I'm missing something here. Ah! Oh no! Okay, good. My code's still there. It's like, I can't redo it. I'm too stupid. Oh, goodness. Okay. Let's see. Function. How's it, PSL? It's good. It's very good. Thank you. Did you use the wonky coffee or the good coffee? We got some coffee that doesn't taste good in one of our coffee subscriptions, and I'm very sad about it. It is, I don't know, tastes like plastic. It's kind of gross. Oh, the good coffee. Oh, thank you. Thank you. I appreciate you. Yeah, Coding Vibe is my barista. Also does coding on Twitch. Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays in the evening, US time. If you want someone who actually understands JavaScript. Go to the Code Cafe. I used extra chocolate in mine to make up for the bad coffee. Dude, for real. Yesterday, it was like, okay, if I add extra sugar, then this is tolerable. But man, it was like just a plasticky aftertaste. And I was trying to find a place to give feedback. And I couldn't. And I was very sad about it. Okay, so something's wrong with my function. I have the curly braces. I have the console.log. param1 plus param2. Oh my goodness. Kay, oh my gosh, welcome in. Thank you for the raid. I appreciate you. Come on in, raiders. Did you have a good stream? K raid. What were you working on? Probably art? Oh my gosh. Thank you, everybody. Thank you. I'm doing well. This is my first stream back in 1,000 years. No, I literally don't remember the last time I streamed. So yeah, it's been a while. Maybe February. Mia, you're streaming. It's true. It's true. It's happening. Oh, nice. Yeah, we were watching the Nintendo Direct this morning. I was getting ready to take my baby to daycare, and I just hear my husband in the living room going, yeah, this is a Nintendo Direct. They're going to tell us about the upcoming video games. I'm like, he's 1 year old. Calm down. It was really cute. Yeah. Did you have any excitement from the Nintendo Direct? I know all the Zelda people are very excited about Breath of the Wild. Get comfy. It's JavaScript time. Yeah. Yeah. We're working on some boot camp, little online boot camp learning JavaScript is what we're doing. Yes, I am the Zelda people. Yeah, it's so good to see you, Kirk. Thanks for popping by. It has been way too long. We should do a reunion of all the Relicans. Yeah, my husband is the Zelda people, so that was exciting. Yeah, a title and a date. Okay, that's what everyone's saying is like, okay, they said May, but maybe it'll be June or July. But I think Nintendo tries to not put a date to it until they think like, oh yeah, this is a real date. It's true. Coding Vibe did yell very loud. I was on a call and I thought something was wrong. It was just Zelda. Oh, Tunic is super cute. I watched Coding Vibe play it. Or like kind of out of the corner of my eye, I guess. It wasn't on the Switch or anything, but it was very cute. It was on the Steam Deck. It was adorable. But yeah, Coding Vibe's like, I gotta take time off work. I gotta like coordinate my life. And I'm like, I am happy for you that you have this because everyone deserves something to be happy about, right? And it's always exciting. I didn't take off time when the new Animal Crossing came out, did I? Or was I already laid off at that point? I don't think so. Yeah, why didn't I take time off? Why don't I love myself? The new Animal Crossing comes out like once a decade. I can't even take a day off work. Come on, Mia, love yourself. No, seriously, take time off. Yeah, it was pandemic time. Maybe that's why I didn't, is because I was like, well, what else am I doing? Just wake up, roll over, go to bed. I meant to say go to work. Oh, Lord. Let's see. Okay. So I'm trying to do an argument in this function, and something is wrong. Function with args is not defined. It's a capitalization error. Done. Killed it. All I had to do was turn my eyes away for a second, talk to y'all, come back, saw it immediately. Amazing. Oh, yeah, and just in case any of y'all are interested in the boot camp that I'm doing or learning more about freeCodeCamp, etc., there is a link in the chat for y'all. And yeah, you can just hang out and work on whatever you want to work on. Yeah, have a good lunch. Take a break. You did the stream thing. Streaming is hard. Lunch is important. I say like I'm a person who regularly eats lunch at a normal time. Okay, return a value from a function with return. We can pass values into a function with arguments. You can use a return statement to send a value back out of a function. So if our function is +3, return number +3, const answer equals +3, 5. So 5 + 3 is 8. Okay, +3, the function, takes an argument for num and returns a value equal to num +3. Okay. Create a function called times5 that accepts one argument, which I'm going to call num, and curly brace, and return. Hey Fee, how's it going? Oh, I forgot about the shoutout function for K. I'm going to do it now. Sorry for the world's latest shoutout. There you go. Please go follow K. K does beautiful art and is a genuinely kind human being. I'm still remembering how to stream, y'all. It's fine. It's fine. I'm so jealous. That sounds wonderful. Did you have a night shift? Okay, that's correct. We want to multiply it by 5 and then return the new value. Okay. Times 5. 5. I think that's just the streamer way. There's so many different pieces. My tech is really broken today. I am supposed to be like using my MacBook as an input and using my stream PC to actually do the stream, but my MacBook did not have the right cables. So long story short, everything's on one computer, and I don't usually use the Windows anymore unless I'm playing video games. So I'm like, what is Windows? Where am I? Streaming is hard. Is it really streaming if everything goes correct? Zero. What are we up to? I refuse to read. Fair enough. I'm learning JavaScript from a free bootcamp that is basically the freeCodeCamp.org JavaScript course, but with some social components for accountability and support. So I'm learning JavaScript, which is the thing that Coding Vibe uses on his stream all the time. One of the things. Can I just do that or do... Okay. Times 5 should return 25. Times 5 is not defined. Oh, what did I do? What did I... Oh, I spelled it wrong. I did it. Time 5. There we go. So yeah, I'm just learning. This is really the basics at this moment. Learning how to create functions. This is the most complex thing I've seen with JavaScript so far. And I'm scared. Okay. Global scope and functions. In JavaScript, scope refers to the visibility of variables which are defined outside of a function block. Hold, I gotta text. Okay. I'm gonna do one or two more and then wrap up. In JavaScript, scope refers to the visibility of variables which are defined outside of a function block have global scope. This means they can be seen everywhere in your JavaScript code. Okay. I know about global variables. Variables which are declared without let or const are automatically created within the global scope. Okay. This can create unintended consequences elsewhere in your code or when running a function again. You should always declare your variables with let or const. Hi Fee, thanks for redeeming. Hello. I should use Coding Vibes Twitch bot and add a little animation for that. You should always declare your variables with let or const. Declare the my global variable here, okay? Inside function1, assign 5 to oops global. I forgot const, which was the whole point. Okay, so in here, oops global equals 5. That's a 4. That's for sure a 4. I also like pressing buttons. I get you. Okay. Is that it? Hey. Let me see where we're at in the course. If there is a good stopping point coming up. No, not really. So I'll do the next 2 and then I'll wrap up for the day. But don't worry, I'll be back on Thursday. I am working out if this new stream schedule will work for me, so let me know if that works for y'all as well. Variables which are defined or declared within a function, as well as the function parameters, have local scope. That means they're only visible within that function. Okay. Tuesdays and Thursdays are best days. Oh, thank you, Twitty Such. Those tend to be my least busy days, so it's easier to find time during the day. Here's my test function with a local variable called loc. Did you get a haircut? No, I secretly, not so secretly, really need a haircut. I have one scheduled, but my color is grown out to like here. So that's why it's different. It is grown out. But next week I'll have shiny new hair. Let's see. The my test function will display the string foo in the console. The console.log loc line outside the my test function will throw an error as loc is not defined outside the function. This editor has 2 console.logs to help you see what's happening. Check the console as you code to see how it changes. Declare a local variable, my var, inside my local scope and run the tests. We are on the same hair schedule. Yes. Yeah, I had an appointment booked like way earlier. Oh, thank you for the follow, Zebra Not Horse. Appreciate it. Yeah, I had a hair appointment a couple weeks back, but then my stylist was exposed to COVID and was like, "Hey, do you want to reschedule?" And I was like, "Yeah, I do. I think I do." So they didn't have any availability till later that lined up with mine. And actually, I'm glad because I ended up like last week was really chaotic and it was hard to get anything done, let alone like take time to go get my hair done. And then I got sick and all this stuff. I ended up having a COVID exposure last week, but so far so good on that front. But yeah, it was a mess. So I would have been like, "Hey, I was exposed to COVID. Can I come?" Okay. Declare a local variable, my var, inside my local scope, and then run the tests. I don't know. We'll make it 10. And then, yeah, undeclared variable because it's not a global variable. You should add a local variable. I did it. No. You should add a local. But I did. Oh, here. Do you want another my var? Is that what you're asking for? What do you want with me? Do you want it up there? You should add a local. What are you asking me to do? I did that. I declared a local variable, my var, inside this function. What is happening? What do you want? Ugh. What if we make it a string? I don't think that's gonna fix anything, but yeah. You should add a local myvar variable. Is that not what this is? Oh, did I hello. I forgot const, which is, again, the whole point of this. All right, I think I'm going to call it a day for JavaScript. Anyone have suggestions for who we should raid? I don't actually know who's on at this hour anymore. Yeah, have a good one. Thanks for popping by, Fee. Thanks, Coding Vibe. I'm sure you saw that immediately. Oh, goodness. No, come raid and then get barbecue. No, it's up to you. Follow your heart. I think I'm gonna raid my friend Allie, who is streaming co-working, trying out Azure for the first time. All right. So, yeah, Allie's a friend of mine. No, I'm not rating a hot tub stream. I'm rating a relevant stream. Allie's a friend of mine. We work together at New Relic. She is really great. Please go say hi to her. Tell her that she's doing a great job. And I will be back on Thursday with some more JavaScript programming, learning through the bootcamp, and just hanging out. Thank you, everyone, for coming. I super appreciate it. I cannot tell you how grateful I am that so many of y'all showed up today. So thank you. I appreciate it. And we'll work on some of the technical kinks because that's streaming. Thank you so much, Twitty Such. Miles in a hot tub. I don't think he would stay in the hot tub, but that's not a bad idea. Miles is my dog, for the record. So yeah, thank you so much, everybody. I will see you next time. Have a good rest of your Tuesday. And keep it cute. Bye.